What amount would you say you will spend on the primary version of a book? Most could never experience the difficulty to acquire unique duplicates, particularly when reproduced renditions contain a similar data. Among this rundown of costly books, most are old messages that bear noteworthy verifiable worth, and some are writing works by immensely praised writers. Would you imagine a book that cost $30 million? It can build a 3 collages school. However, my most favorite among all is the book number 5, which only cost $13.4 million. Comment. Please subscribe, hit the like and bell icon for my next video. The 12 most expensive books sold in the world. 12. The Tales of Beetle the Bard, $3.98 million. An assortment of youngsters' accounts by British creator J.K. Rowling. The Tales of Beetle the Bard likewise shows up in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows as a goodbye blessing from Dumbledore to Hermione, having experienced childhood in a group of unadulterated blood wizards. Ron is natural the book and its fantasies of wizardry. Hermione and Harry had no clue since the two of them had non-mysterious childhoods. Above all, this book goes about as a medium that encourages Xenophilius Lovegood's retelling of the tale of three brothers. During a meeting, Rowling uncovered that Geoffrey Chaucer's The Pardoner's Tale went about as a wellspring of motivation for her tale of the three brothers and their dreary destiny. This book was initially delivered through written by hand notes and delineations by Rowling herself, who proposed to give the benefit to the children's voice noble cause battle. While 6 of them were granted to the individuals who were engaged with the Harry Potter arrangement, one of them, alluded to as the Moonstone Edition, was sold available to be purchased at the Sotheby's in 2007. Later in 2016, another duplicate was sold for £368,750. 11. Traité des arbres fruitiers, Treatise on Fruit Trees, $4.5 million. By a wide margin the most costly book on natural product trees, Traité des arbres fruitiers incorporates a 5-volume set of representations and text by Henri-Louis Duhamel du Monceau. 10. Gutenberg Bible, $4.9 million. This is the first since forever book printed with the portable print in the West. This book represents the initiation of print and a snapshot of progressive change throughout the entire existence of correspondence. Notwithstanding its status as a scholarly symbol, it just earned a 10th spot on this rundown. Be that as it may, the buy happened in 1987 and it is assessed to an incentive at $25 minus $35 million these days. 9. First Folio, Mr. William Shakespeare's Comedies, Histories and Tragedies, $6.16 million. This assortment of Shakespeare's plays distributed in 1623 initially had 750 duplicates, however less than 33% are accepted to at present exist. 82 of the duplicates can be found at the Folger Shakespeare Library in Washington, D.C. The most costly one was sold at a bartering in 2001 by Microsoft fellow benefactor Paul Allen. 8. The Canterbury Tales, $7.5 million. Just 12 duplicates of the first draft of Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales Despite Everything exist, and this one was bought by London book vendors in 1998. 7. The Birds of America, $11.5 million. This is a book by naturalist and painter John James Audubon that incorporates a huge range of flying creature species, 6 of which have gotten wiped out since the hour of representation. Among the 119 accessible duplicates all through the world, 3 of the most costly ones were sold at costs of $11.5 million, $8.8 million and $7.9 million. 6. Gospels of Henry the Lion, $11.7 million. Considered as a work of art of Romanesque book light, it has been the most costly book on the planet until Bill Gates bought Codex Leicester in 1994. It is currently kept at the Herzog August Bibliothek in Wolfenbüttel, and for security purposes, its presentation is just accessible at regular intervals. 5. Rothschild Prayer Book $13.4 million. This is a significant Flemish lit-up original copy book of Hours as incorporated by various specialists. Bought by Australian specialist Kerry Stokes from Christie's, New York, it is presently in plain view in the National Library of Australia. 4. Baysom Book $14.165 million. This is the main book at any point imprinted in what is currently known as the United States, and it was made in 1640 in Cambridge, Massachusetts, 20 years after explorers had shown up. These days, a sum of 11 duplicates are accepted to be disseminated all through the nation in colleges, for example, Harvard and Yale, and libraries, for example, the New York Public Library and the Library of Congress. American agent David Rubenstein purchased a duplicate of the printed book for $14.165 million from Boston's Old South Church. 3. St. Cuthbert Gospel $14.3 million. Otherwise called the Stonyhurst Gospel or the St. Cuthbert Gospel of St. John, this is a mid-8th century pocket gospel written in Latin. Its page size is just 138 by 92 mm by 5.4 in by 3.6 in. All things considered, it is the most very much secured book of this age. Since 2012, it has formally become a property of the British Library. 2. Magna Carta $21.2 million. Magna Carta Libertatum, generally alluded to as Magna Carta, is a sanction consented to by King John of England on June 15, 1215. While trying to restrict the king's forces, the government aristocrats of England made this arrangement to be marked by the imperial height himself. This understanding guaranteed the security of chapel rights, insurance for the nobles from unlawful detainment, access to quick equity, and a lot more in the long run formed into the standard of sacred law. 1. Codex Leicester $30.8 million. In this 72-page-long diary, logical compositions by Leonardo da Vinci record antiquated discoveries, for example, where to find fossils and why the moon is iridescent. Composed without any help by the mathematician himself, this volume was sold at Christie's Closeout House in 1994 and now has a place with Microsoft originator Bill Gates. He checked various pages and made advanced duplicates that later became screensavers for the Windows 95. If you know expensive books which is not in this list, please comment it below. Thanks for watching the Most channel. See you in my next video.